everyone, welcome to Sci Technical Learning. So let's start with the part 4 of HTML for beginners. So in part 3 we have discussed about the use of tables and its property, and also discussed about the list types like unordered list, ordered list and definition list. So now the text link in HTML. So a web page can contain various links that takes you directly to the other web page and even the specific part of the given web page. So these links are known as the hyperlinks. So a hyperlink is specified using HTML tag like the anchor tag. So here we have the anchor tag. So how to use that anchor tag for the text link? So for that we require anchor tag followed by the attribute that is href, and inside that we have to specify the particular document URL, and then we need to close the particular tag. And now we require the link for the text. So when user clicked on that particular link, the given URL will be open, and then finally close the anchor tag. Now another example, we are using anchor tag, we are using href. So here we have provided one document URL that is www.google.com, and here we have used the another attribute that is target equals to _self. So whenever user clicked on your text goes here, the new page that is google.com will be opened on same window. So here we have the different types of target attributes. First one, that is _blank. So it opens the linked document in a new window or a new tab. So whenever we used the target is equals to _blank, the new document or new web page will be opened in new window or tab. Similarly, if the target is equals to _self, then opens the link document in the same frame. Similarly, for _parent, it opens the link document in the parent frame. When we used _top as a target, then it opens the link documents in the full body of the particular window. And when we used the target attribute as a target frame, then it opens the link document in the named target frame. So whatever the name we have provided, it open it in particular target frame. Next one, that is the image link in HTML. So to use an image as a hyperlink, we just need to use that particular image inside the hyperlink at the place of text as shown below. So what we have done over here, so we have used anchor tag, then again we have used an attribute that is href, and we have used particular link, and again we have used target is equals to _self. That means that particular google.com will be open in current window. Now in between that, instead of using any text, we are using image over here. So here the image will be appeared. So when user clicked on that particular image, directly the google.com will be open, because instead of text we are using image over here. So this is how we can provide the link to the image. Similarly, the next one, that is email link. So the HTML anchor tag provide you option to specify an email address to send an email. So while using anchor tag as an email tag, we need to use the mail to and email address along with the href attribute. So what we have done over here, we have used anchor tag, we have used href, but here we are using mail to and then the email address to which we need to send that particular mail. So when user clicked on this send mail, the email will be sent to that particular email address. Similarly, we can provide the default setting to that particular email. For example, if you want to set the subject, if you want to set the body, then it is also possible with the help of question mark. Subject is equals to name of subject and body is equals to the content of body. So this is how we can set the default setting for the email as well. So when user clicked on the send feedback, the automatically the subject with feedback and body with the message will be sent to abc@example.com. Next one, that is block level elements in HTML. So a block level elements always start on a new line and takes up the full width available. So here we are using the DIV block element, which is often used as a container for other HTML elements. And DIV element has no required attribute, but it does have style, class and IDs. So when we use together with CSS, the DIV elements can be used to style blocks of contents. For example, here we are using DIV element as well as we are using the attribute that is style. So what we are doing, we are setting the property that is background color, which is having the value black, and another property that is color, which is having the value white, and we have used property padding and value 20. Close the bracket for particular DIV, and inside the DIV we are using h2 element and p element, then close the DIV. So automatically the background of black and color will be white, that is to be provided to h2 and p elements. Next one, that is inline elements in HTML. So the inline elements does not start on the new line and it only takes up as much width as necessary. So here the span element is an inline container which is used to mark up a part of the text or the part of documents. For example, the span element has no required attributes as same as the DIV element, but it has style, classes and IDs. So how to use span elements? For example, here we are using the paragraph tag, which is having the paragraph like the robot 1 has blue eyes and robot 2 has dark green eyes. But here what we have done, we are providing span element, that is span space style is equals to color blue and font weight, that is bold, for the particular blue text. So with the help of this style or span element, we can provide the color to the particular character or word. Similarly, we are providing the color that is green and the bold property to the dark green word. Class attribute in HTML. So the HTML class attribute is used to specify the class for an HTML elements. So the multiple HTML elements can share the same class, and class attribute is often used to point to a class name in style sheet. For example, if you have created one style sheet or style in head element, then how to create class attribute? So for creating class attribute, we require dot followed by the name of class. So make sure that first we are using dot and then followed by the name of class. We are setting the properties like background color and color. Now how to use that particular class? So here we are using the class that is inside the DIV block. So DIV class is equals to CT. That means the automatically the H2 and P will assign black color as a background and font color as a white. Similarly, we can use ID attributes in HTML. So the ID attribute which specify a unique ID for HTML elements, and the value of that ID attributes must be unique within the HTML documents. So the ID attribute is used to point to a specific style declaration in the style sheet. So again we are using head tag, and inside head tag we are using style, and we have created ID. So ID must be start with has followed by the name of ID, and same property we are assigning, that is color, background color and color. Now how to use that ID? Same way, the tag name followed by the attribute, that is ID equals to name of ID, which we have used over here. The next one, that is iFrame in HTML. So an HTML iframe which is used to display a web page within the web page. So how to use that one web page inside the another web page? So for that we required iframe tag followed by the source attribute. So here we require the URL of that next or second page. For example, here we have used iframe source is equals to the URL of second page, height and width, and then finally we need to close the iframe. We can also use the style property for iframe as well. So here we have used iframe source of that second page, then style, here we have used height and width, and finally we need to close that particular iframe. Okay, so let's see the demonstration of how this actually works. So here inside this style we have created the default CSS for the elements like table, th and td. Then we have created the class attributes like dot, ct. Then we have created the id attributes, that is has, my id. Okay, now if we want to use that particular text link, then same thing, use anchor tag followed by the h reference for that particular web page, and here we have used target is equals to underscore blank to open the new page in same window. Similarly the open in self, similarly open in parent window and open in the particular body. We can use the image link, same thing, we simply require the image instead of the particular text. We can use the email link as well. So for using email link, we simply require mail to the email address of that recipients and the particular text. So when user clicked on the send email, the automatically mail sent to abc@example.com. And we can also provide the default setting like subject or body part for the email. Now block level elements. So here we have used DIV as a block level elements. We have provided this style for the particular DIV. Similarly, inline elements, we are using span and its property for the particular blue word and dark green word. Next one, that is class attribute. We have already created class over here, that is ct.ct. So how to use that class? We simply require the class is equals to class name. Similarly, we can use ID. So we simply require ID over here. And if we want to add one web page inside the another web page, we require iframe source second underscore page dot html. So let's see how it actually works. So here we have the links to open new self, parent or body window. Similarly, if we want to set image, then we require anchor tag the above the image and below after the image. Similarly, if we want to send the email, we simply require that particular anchor tag with mail to property. So here we have used the div tag. Here we have used the span tag to display this blue color as well as the green color. Similarly, here we have used another one, that is the city, that is class. We have used class attribute, and here we have used the ID attribute. Now here we can see that we are using iFrame over here. That means we are displaying the contents of another web page. So directly second underscore page data will be displayed over here. So we can see that the all contents of that particular web page will be displayed over here. So this is all about the part 4.